Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun Mishnayos. We're learning Masech Sheviis, Perek Daled, Mishna and Vav. We have basically two halachas here that talk about pretty much the same idea over here. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take a tree, a sycamore tree or a vine, and you want to cut off part of it. A lot of people, it's called pruning. You prune the tree in order that it should grow better, right? So right now, what you're doing is detrimental. You're cutting off part of the tree, but you're doing it so that the rest of the tree will eventually grow better, grows back thicker and stronger. Like if you shave your beard, right? People who first have a beard never shave before, it doesn't grow so strong. But if you shave it, it grows back thicker and stronger. Like my beard right now, I'm waiting to shave it tomorrow. I am so excited to finally be able to shave my beard. 33 days of Avelis are killing me over here. And so it comes back stronger and thicker. So, first of all, it's interesting. In Halacha Hey, in Mishnah Hey, it says that if you do it, Omer Kedarka Aser, if you do it Shalo Kedarko, meaning you cut the sycamore tree in a place where it's not normally cut, even, let's say, above 10 Tvachim, all the way to the ground, even though it seems from the Mishnah that it's going to grow thicker and stronger the same, as long as you did a Shinoi, that would be okay. How does it help to do a shinoi? So I like to suggest this is dependent on the fundamental machlokas between Rabbi Yishmael and Rabbi Akiva to start the Masechta. We've been dealing with this. Rabbi Akiva learns there's an Isra Tosefes Shemitah, before Shemitah, out of a pasuk. B'charish v'kater tishbos. It's not talking about Shabbos, it's talking about Tosefes Shemitah, both in the 6th year before and the 8th year afterwards. So therefore, we learn that Rabbi Akiva is learning an extension. It's an extension, just like the 7th year is also to do avoda on your field. So to the 6th year before, you're not to do avoda on your field, and just it would be the same din. It's just an extension of the halachas. According to Rabbi Akiva, it has nothing to do with the totzah of your action, of the growing of the plant, doing an avoda in the karka, plowing your field or growing something in your field, putting the seeds in the maisa avodas karka is what's aser. And therefore, based on Rabbi Akiva's shita, you'd be led to say that it makes sense to say that Rabbi Akiva would hold the Isser is Isser in the karka, right? It's not an Isser. It's not an Isser in your Maisa, right? Because your Maisa, when a person plants something, or he plows his field, what's the person's intention? The person's intention, I'm not doing this just to work the land. I want the totzah. I want the eventuality where things are going to grow from the ground. That's why you do these things. His mind is on the totzah. But according to Rabbi Akiva, it's not that it applies in 6th year, right? Anyways, it always applies. Nothing's going to grow because he learns the maisa of what is a karka. It's the gufa karka. Sheviis is a mitzvah tluya ba'aretz. It's dependent on the land. Therefore, according to Rabbi Akiva, I would say that it makes sense to say the shita of the achronim that even anything that's grown from the car, even Yevul Nachr, they talk about here in Shemitah, that it was grown from a non-Jew's field, it should still be usher. Even if you sold it to the non-Jew, the field to the non-Jew, he owns the field, but it's practically the land is in Eretz Yisrael. It's an Isra on the karka. Anything that comes from the karka, even if it's grown in the possession of a non-Jew, and even if it's grown by a non-Jew, it wouldn't make a difference, according to Akiva. But we don't paskin that Akiva. We paskin, as made very clear in all the poskim in the beginning of the Masech Shemitah, Masech Sheviis, is that we paskin Rabbi Yishmael. He says Bachar Katzir Tishbos is not talking about Masech Shemitah, but we conceded that Rabbi Yishmael obviously holds of a concept of Masech Shemitah because he does hold the Lachal Mashmir Sinai of Esther Natios, which applies 30 days before Shemitah. So he holds only Esther Natios are mutter, but other things are not Asr. So what is Asr to Masech Shemitah? So we learn according to Rabbi Yishmael, it's Asr to plant something before Shemitah if it's going to the Totzah, if it's going to lead to something growing during Shemitah. And that's the Isser. The Isser is the Totzah, and therefore it would be the Maisa of the person. It's the person's action, the Gavra, not the Karka, not the Hefsa, the Gavra. The Isser is on a Jew. A Jew is Mitzvah and Shemitah. A Goy is not Mitzvah and Shemitah. A Jew is not allowed to work the land of Eretz Yisrael during Shemitah. And even it extends, he works it before Shemitah, but if his mind is on what it grows, on Totzah, if it grows during Shemitah, that's his plan. So if he plants something before Shemitah, but it grows during Shemitah, he violates Masech Shemitah, Sefer Shemitah also, according to Yishmael, because he grew something during Shemitah. And that would make sense according to we pass like Rabbi Yehuda over here, that if he does a shinoi, how does the shinoi help? The shinoi only helps if it's a din in the Gavra, it's a din in the Gavra, right? That he tried to plant it. If he did something abnormal, right? He did something in not the normal way. So Shinoi work is detached from him. It's like it happened by itself. It's not like I did it. I didn't do it with my kavanah. It's intentional. It happened by itself. I didn't do it the normal way. So even though the totzah is the same, it's still going to grow. It's going to grow thicker, but it's not my maisa. It's not related to me. Rabbi Akiva though is mentioned already here in Mishnah Vav. Omer Kodza Kedarko. He has no problem. He can do all these things, right? Even if you do Kedarko, it doesn't make a difference, right? So why is it mutter according to Rabbi Akiva? The reason it's mutter according to Rabbi Akiva is these Mishna Shayis are talking about you're not doing something which is in the process of bettering the land. When you do plowing the land, you're bettering the land. Here you're destroying something first. You're ruining the tree. You're cutting off branches of a tree. You're pruning it. You're ruining the branches of the tree. So right now it's a din in the karka, and right now it's a detrimental act to the karka. So you can do it kedarka. It doesn't matter whether it's coming from you or not. The karka is getting ruined right now. That's all we're concerned about. Right now it's getting ruined. That's why it's a go according to Rabbi Akiva. But according to Rabbi Shmuel, we paskin like it's din in the Maisa, a Jew doing it. Therefore, a shinoi would help. It's not considered attached to him. It's not considered done from him. The totzah is not related to him, and therefore it would be okay to do it as long as you do a shinoi, which is the haskama and the poskim paskin. You have to do it with a shinoi, and therefore it would come out that the isser of shemitah is not a din in the land; it's a din in the totzah, the growth, and which totzah is related to who is the one doing the mice to have that totzah, to have that effect, the growth during shemitah. And therefore, if you do a shinoi, it would be okay. And also, if a non-Jew would work the land, it would be okay. Even if he didn't sell to a non-Jew, if he did it, it's okay. It all depends on who did the work. A Jew is mitzvah, the land of Israel. A non-Jew is not mitzvah. That would be seemingly the maskana from this Mishnah, from this Masechta. Stay tuned for more coming up tomorrow.